To your knowledge, do you know whether Pete Hegseth had been drinking before he leaked classified information?
Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a good video, I tell you. Oh, they say Pete Hegseth was drunk. Oh, they say Pete was drinking. They say Pete was knocking him back. Yeah, like them pages, we be knocking them back outside on the front porch, in the backyard, in the chair, knocking them back. 1 shot, 2 shot, 3 beers, another shot, and a margarita. Amen.
I don't have any knowledge.
Before he leaked classified information.
I don't have
drinking. To your knowledge, do you know whether Pete Hegseth had been drinking before he leaked classified information?
I don't have any knowledge of Secretary Hegseth's personal habits.
Director Radcliffe, question. Yes or no?
You know, no, I'm going to answer that. I think that's an offensive line of questioning. The answer is no. I find it interesting that you want to. I'm going to answer. You asked me a question. You want an answer?
No, listen.
You don't want to focus on the good work that the CIA is doing, that the intelligence community.
Director, I reclaim my time. Director, I reclaim my time. Here, I have huge respect for the CIA, huge respect for our men and women in uniform. But this was a question that's on the top of minds of every American. Right?
Oh, Mr. Gomez, Brother Gomez, oh, Mr. Gomez.
Want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
Hey. Why this beat so crazy?
We will make America proud again. And you try to kill our citizens. We will make America wealthy again. And yes, together, we will make America great again.
Whoa, what's going on, family? They say somebody been drinking, somebody's drunk, somebody is blasted. Somebody need to breathe in this walkie-talkie. Breathe in that walkie-talkie. Unbelievable, man. I tell you, American politics has been a reality TV show, man. I tell you, what a time to be alive, man. God bless them beautiful patriots around the world. I hope everybody is blessed, well, healthy, and that nothing but the best is going on in all you beautiful people's life. Look, don't care what you look like, what the hell your race is, your creed, don't care. If you got a lazy eye, no teeth, if you got a head full of hair, if you got a bald head, if it's got baby all on it, if you got a dimple over here, if you got a beard that's not fully came in, or maybe you got a gray beard or a black beard, don't care. I got love for everybody. Simple as that, man. One love to the human race. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, join the family. Somebody is drunk, they say. This whole Pete Hegseth and this whole group chat thing, y'all know. Let me know how you feel about it. But look, you're going to enjoy this show, man. Because I'm going to have fun and I'm going to keep it real and we're going to have a good time. We're going to laugh, you know. But we got to break the news to you. And I want to make this video around this hearing that blew up with, I believe it was Jimmy Gomez, Rep. Jimmy Gomez. And he said Pete Hegseth was Pete Hegseth drinking before he leaked classified information in the signal chat. So I definitely wanted to jump into this hearing, man, and just have a good time. I know a lot of y'all gonna come over here laughing, and we gotta have a good time, man. I tell you, American politics has been a reality TV show, man. I ain't gonna lie to you, you know. But we do gotta be serious. So this is some serious stuff. Now, there ain't nothing to come on here and laugh about, but we're gonna come here and laugh about it. You know what I'm saying? But we got to go with Trump said on this, and Trump is standing by his cabinet members after a fake news started a witch hunt. He says, I don't fire people because of fake news and witch hunts. So let me go and crack it open to that right there. It's amen. Fake news, the witch hunt. We know about the fake news. We know about the witch hunts. We've seen plenty. That's all we've covered it from top to bottom. I've done thousands of videos on the fake news and witch hunts. So There is truth into that. Cheers. This is man, I don't know what they be putting in. When I went out the country, it wasn't, drinks weren't that strong over there. I tell you. Over here, it's like we make everything strong. Stronger. Yeah, but just that carbonated mineral water imported from Italy. I wonder how much taxes and tariffs on that right there. From Italy. Let me stop playing around, man. Let's get into it, y'all. But, all right, let's check it out, man. Trump says we don't fire people because of fake news and witch hunts.
In an exclusive phone interview on Saturday, the president told me, quote, I don't fire people because of fake news and because of witch hunts. Mr. Trump said he still has confidence in Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth and National Security Advisor Mike Waltz. In an
You know, and I really hate, I'll be honest with y'all, man. I really hate that this happened. That all this take, you know, I really hate it. And then the way it played out, like, again, we already everybody already want to drag this administration through the mud and bash any little thing, you know. We already got a bad rap, and the way they attacking Elon Musk. I mean, it just, you know, and I just don't like the way things are playing out, man. You know, I'll be honest with you, because they try to make us look bad. Same with us, MAGA conservatives. They drag us through the mud on the littlest things, man. The littlest things. But I want to see what people are saying in the comment section, you know. And I know they're going to talk about Trump loyalty. You know, Gabbard went to public with the info he thought isn't that treason. I stand with Pete. We listen to the losing team where I'm from. I stand by Pete. Americans stand with Pete. Fake news needs to be banned. I stand by Pete. Yes, indeed. Shout out to them Patriots, man. We stand with Pete Hegseth, you know. But I just don't like how things play out and then how the fake news runs with it, man. Again, they drag us through the mud, man. And I know we keep fighting and we keep winning, you know. But people, you know, and even I seen some MAGA saying that, you know, pretty bad mistake. The administration needs to own it. Unfortunately, Hegseth might need to be fired. You know, I seen a couple MAGA saying that. You know, let me know how y'all feel about this whole situation now. Someone says Mr. Gomez afford a house in the area where the median house price is over millions of dollars while in public service. His wife, Mary Hodge, just bringing home lots of money. Interesting. Yeah. But then we talking about the Atlantic, and you know we know about all that. You know, yeah, it's fishy, you know. But the attack on Pete Hegseth is nothing more than a political distraction fueled by the baseless claims and a desperate attempt to divert attention from real issues. Mr. Gomez's accusation was not irresponsible. It was dangerous, undermining the integrity of our military leadership without any evidence. You know, man came out and said, did he have a drink? Was he drinking? Was he drunk? Does he need to breathe in a walkie-talkie? Some people are saying Jimmy Gomez should speak truth, not bear false witness. Prove me wrong. Yeah, let's see what they're saying on this comment section over here. Someone says, I agree with Hegseth, who once said, caught being reckless with sensitive info should be fired and criminally prosecuted. Hearing the CIA director argue with nothing but bad happen, let's focus on the positive, should get some alarm bells going off. He's right. How can they say they don't recall? Oh man, this comment section is, you know, it's always people on this side or this side, this side or this side. Someone says, finally, someone asking these idiots the questions that needs to be answered for the American people. Yeah, American politics has been crazy the last couple of weeks. Yeah. Here's a great idea. Fire Hegseth and Gabbard and Tulsi and hire people who know what they're doing. Yeah, that's a Biden voter. You know, they were right. The same people that put a mask on while they shower or where they ride in the car by themselves with a mask on. Same people we know, we see. You know. Someone said there is nothing offensive in asking blunt questions regarding the security of our men and women in service of our country. Accountability only makes us stronger. They're basically saying that Goldberg is the worst journalist on earth, but then what was he doing in the group chat? Let's get into this video, y'all. I'm just reading what people are saying, and look, some of the people are on the left, some of the people on the right, you know. So it's just people going back and forth. But let me know how y'all feel about this whole thing. We've talked about this in previous videos. I don't got to keep repeating myself. You know, but Trump says he does not fire people with fake news and witch hunts. Let me go and take another sip of that right there. Ah! That's good right there. That's that mineral water. Imported from Italy. Imported. Some good shit right there. I know them Patriots been drinking all weekend. Y'all been drinking. I know what y'all did this weekend, so don't come over here attacking me. I know what you was doing this weekend. You think you slick, and I seen you rolling it up too. You was rolling stuff up and had stuff all stuffed in there, and you had to lit that lighter up. Look, I keep telling y'all need to stop doing all that stuff. Some of y'all be crossfaded. Some of y'all be on that moonshine. So I'm out. You better not come for me now. I'm just saying. But let's get into this. Let me stop acting a fool.
Yields, Mr. Gomez.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. So I want to make a few things clear before we move on to other questions regarding the Signal chat.
Mr. Gomez.
Director Gabbard, yesterday before the Senate Intelligence Committee, specifically when answering Senator Kelly, you repeatedly said you did not recall any discussion in the Houthi PC small group discussing operational details, strike targets, the type of vehicles and military units involved, or the timing and order of strikes. Do you stand by your testimony from yesterday that you do not recall any of the discussions regarding this type of classified information? Yes or no?
My response in the Senate yesterday, yes, I stand by that response. Obviously, the release of the screenshots that came from that chat group today were a refresher on what happened. As I said earlier, I was not involved with that portion of the chat, so it did not come to my recollection yesterday.
Thank you. So I take that as you stand by your do not recall yesterday stance when you're asked those questions. You've been in office 43 days. Director Radcliffe has been in office 62 days. This was considered the first major military operation using lethal force of the Trump administration. Was this the first, this was probably the first time that you've been involved with a discussion like this on a thread. It was not discussing, you were not on a group chat discussing where we're gonna go for lunch. You're discussing putting men and women of the armed services in harm's way. That's a major decision. So, and when did that happen? 10 days ago? Okay, I'll answer that. It happened 10 days ago. Here's the point. Like something of this
Mr. Gomez.
magnitude, it's something that you would not forget. It's something that most people, if you're taking this job so seriously, that you would not forget. I mean, since I've been on this committee, there's been days that I have woken up in the middle of the night from the things I learned in SCIF. So deciding to use military force is something hard to imagine. So the do not recall doesn't pass the smell test. It makes it, it's unbelievable that was the case.
I know how they always under fire so quick, but we got these activist judges, and we ain't had a hearing, and we got all the power. I just don't understand, man. Sorry, I know I'm kind of getting a little off topic, but I'm just, you know, Well, we so quick to put them under fire, though. We so quick, you know.
That's what the American people don't understand. And I know a lot of folks in this administration were saying that they're going to take on the establishment and drain the swamp, but you have become that swamp in a matter of days, not weeks or months, days. So one of the things we're going to look into is what actually occurred.
Talk about draining the swamp, but y'all have become the swamp. Damn. Mr. Gomez. Go and pull up your stat sheet, sir. Let's go and pull it up. I can see the comment section now. Oh boy. What do y'all think of that? Comment down below, man.
American people deserve a full accounting. Additionally, the main person who was involved in this thread that a lot of people want to talk to is Secretary of Defense Hegseth. And a lot of questions were brought up regarding his drinking habits in his confirmation hearing. To your knowledge, do you know whether Pete Hegseth had been drinking before he leaked classified information?
Yeah. There it is, y'all. And I told, you know, and it's crazy because I was talking to another Trump supporter, one of my other friends, and, you know, we always go back and forth and, you know, we have amazing conversations, man. You know, we are rooting for this Trump administration. We always says prayers for this administration, man. And we really want the swamp to be drained, man. We really want a clean house, you know. We cheer, we're still cheering. We cheer for Hegseth, Gabbard, Cash, all of them, man. We still are. And we always say prayers for this administration, man. But he was telling me some things. I was like, wow. But he said if he said a lot of these things, a lot of this gonna be a lot of their talking points if just a little, like the little bitty things, you know, something little happens, they're gonna be under fire, man. And this is why I told y'all earlier, I really hate how a lot of these things play out, man. I really do. Because they easy to gaslight, man. It's so easy to gaslight, man. And as you can see, they just blow the flame even higher. This man said, was he drunk?
I don't have any knowledge of Secretary Hegseth's personal habits.
Director
I might be drunk.
Radcliffe, same question.
Shit, I might be drunk. Okay, Rick on here drunk. I'm just kidding, y'all.
Yes or no?
You know, no, I'm going to answer that. I think that's an offensive line of questioning. The answer is no. I find it interesting that you want to. I'm going to answer. You asked me a question. You want an answer?
No, listen.
You don't want to focus on the good work that the CIA is doing, that the intelligence community.
Director, I reclaim my time. Director, I reclaim my time. Here, I have huge respect for the CIA, huge respect for our men and women in uniform. But this was a question that's on the top of minds of every American, right? He stood in front of a podium in Europe holding a drink. So, of course, we want to know.
Oh, unbelievable, man. Unbelievable, Mr. Gomez. They ought to walk you out in handcuffs, sir. Holding up a drink, wasn't he? Holding up a drink. I know some patriots right now holding up a drink. I'm telling you, they right now. Some of them right now are watching the video holding up a drink. Yeah, unbelievable, man. We record this video at night. Y'all are gonna see this video tomorrow, so y'all will have something good to laugh at. I promise you. Y'all will have something good to laugh at tomorrow on Monday. And on Monday afternoon, y'all will have something good to laugh at. Promise you.
If his performance is compromised. If people were asking if the General Austin was compromised because of a heart issue.
Was his performance compromised because of a successful
I yield
strike?
back, Mr. I bring my
You want to know?
reclaim my
You want to
time.
talk about accepting
I reclaim my
responsibility?
time.
Do you think you
I
should
reclaim
accept
my time, Mr.
responsibility
Chairman.
for a
Let
successful
me ask
strike
you-
to make Americans safer?
I
You want to
reclaim my
focus
time.
on.
I reclaim my time.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. This is serious. As somebody, we've been briefed in this committee about using Signal. One of the things they basically said, the most secure phone call, the least secure text messaging. And we know that your people are Russians, Chinese are on your phone.
Gentleman's time's expired.
I'm gonna stop all the jokes, y'all. We had our fun, but I've seen these clips that were posted, on this on the left's outrage and everything. And I want you guys to hear this, man. And it came on CNN, CNN, yeah. Shout out to the conservatives that are keeping CNN alive. They ought to shut CNN down. Shut it all down, man. But hear this, man.
I want to just go back down memory lane. I mean, Scott mentioned Afghanistan and how much of a debacle it was, but let's remind the viewers of the specifics of Afghanistan. 13 service members died. It was the deadliest attack, a single deadliest attack since 2011. A significant number of our troops were gravely wounded. And let's not forget those Gold Star families. They begged for accountability. Even many of them testified before Congress. Fire someone, demote someone. The administration did absolutely nothing. And even when Jake Sullivan told President Biden, I'm willing to resign, the president wouldn't accept the resignation. And so when Scott, when I, and other Republicans say we don't want to hear anything from Democrats, they have no moral standing to talk to Republicans about what we should do when they did absolutely nothing. When those Gold Star families, even to this day, Dana, still are begging for some type of answers for why the administration didn't protect their sons and daughters, and they want to lecture us on what we did wrong.
And that lady couldn't pick up the phone, and then she said she was the last one in the room cracking open coconuts. Yeah. And this is what Scott said. This is what Scott said. Pull it up.
Well, I think it's possible for two things to be true. One, it's possible to say this was a mistake, and it's a teachable moment, and I have no doubt they won't do it again. And it's also possible to look at, if you're trying to assess what should we do about it. I hear Democrats arguing, well, we should fire Pete Hegseth, we should fire the National Security Advisor. The bar for firing people like this is really high from the last administration. When after the Afghanistan withdrawal, which was a disaster, people died, no accountability was meted out. After the drone strike that vaporized those poor kids and that family, no accountability. After the Secretary of Defense went AWOL, no accountability. So if you're arguing today that we should get rid of Pete Hegseth over a small mistake regarding communications, even while he was expertly executing this military operation against the Houthi rebels, which also the Biden administration didn't take up, I don't have a lot of time for that argument today, and neither does most Republicans.
Yeah, buddy. There it is, man. There it is.
How we got, look, there's no doubt that what happened to Abbey Gate was a tragedy, just like every loss of life over the last.
Is he going? But there it is, you guys. I'm just reading and seeing what they're saying, But yeah, the outrage of this is, I tell you, man, it has been oof. But what do y'all think of this, man? Again, I know we've seen a lot of comments. A lot of you guys stand by Pete Hegseth. We're rooting for this administration, man. And we're just in the beginning stages. We just got started. And people want things to be changed immediately. They want things to be done overnight. They want Trump to go a little bit harder. They said we've been playing a little bit too much softball. People want to see handcuffs. People want to see politicians arrested. And some of the biggest scandals we've seen people involved in, some of the biggest scams and all the fraud and corruption that's been exposed. But we'll see where this leads us, man. You know, but I had to have a little fun with y'all, man. I know the week just started. Y'all see this on Monday. I had to come on here and have a little bit of fun with y'all because I seen this clip going viral. Like, man, I already knew. I've been seeing memes all over the place of the Pete Hegseth and the bottle and the AI. They have the AI of Pete Hegseth in pictures drinking and holding up bottles, and that's all these people are posting, man. You know, same people that take showers with mask on and ride in the car by themselves with a mask on. So, hey, you know, but let me know what y'all think of this. Make sure y'all follow your boy at OkayRickk. We are following everybody, and I mean everybody back. We finally hit over 1,000 following on my OkayRickk page on my what is this? On my X page. Make sure you follow me. And we're following everybody back. We just hit over 1,000, man. So I love you guys. Give your boy a follow. Reach out to me, show some love, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, you guys.